A very good afternoon, all of you. This is your educator, Shruti Sharma, and we have a session today on the topic changes around us. So let's see who all are there with us. Let's see who all have joined us. Please keep on writing in the chat box. Good afternoon, Tarun. A very good afternoon. Who else has joined? Please keep on writing. So we'll be waiting for the learners to join and then we will begin our session on the topic changes around us. It is the topic for grade 6 science CBSE. So here we go. All right. So before we begin, I would like to introduce myself. So learners, this is your educator, Shruti Sharma, a qualified and experienced science teacher with an experience of teaching for over 12 years on various platforms. And I have taught in some of the very renowned institutions of Delhi NCR and some of the private coaching institutes. And apart from teaching, I love to read, I love to paint, and I am also fond of traveling. So please follow me on Unacademy and do subscribe this YouTube channel by Unacademy. Do subscribe, press on the bell icon, and if you want to take the subscription, use my referral code SS08. So here we go. So who all are there? Oh, hi Lisa. How are you? You're a regular student. You always join. A very good afternoon. I hope you are doing good. So now, before we begin, let's just quickly understand what is Unacademy and why it is becoming so popular these days. So this Unacademy, it is an online learning platform. And this online learning platform, it is not just any online learning platform, it is one of the largest, India's largest learning platform with so many live sessions with best educators on the Unacademy app or on YouTube. There are many live sessions which are being planned for you, and we have live practice question sessions with educators, and it also offers weekly quizzes and live doubt clearing sessions. So doesn't it make it so and one of the best? So now, what is the utility of learning on Unacademy? The most important thing is that you can learn anytime as per your convenience and anywhere. You can sit at home, you are traveling, wherever you are, you just switch on your mobile or your laptop and you are on. You can learn anytime and anywhere. For that, you just need to download Unacademy Learning app. So that is something I would recommend you. All of you, please join and download Unacademy Learning app, and you can also have the website on your laptop. So there are different types of classes that Unacademy offers. There are free classes, there are paid classes, which means that you have to take the plus subscription. Now you would be asking me that why we need to take the plus subscription, why we need to pay when we are getting free classes. Actually, it is your personalized subscription that offers you so many benefits. Now let me introduce what all things you get when you take the plus subscription. Let me tell you. So here we are. So now when you have the plus subscription, you can learn live from the comfort of your home. You can take plus classes and you have unlimited access to all the courses. There are so many courses which are being offered by Unacademy. So you have access to all the courses during your subscription period, and you are being taught by the top educators of India on one common platform, that is none other than Unacademy. And whichever exam you are preparing for, it is not just CBSE, even for IIT, various competitive examinations like UPSC, NTSC, there are many which are being taken care of this platform, and we plan our syllabus accordingly. We exhaustively cover the syllabus for the particular exam as per the need of the learners. And then we have a regular doubt clearing session. When you are the plus subscriber, after every third or fourth class, we have a doubt clearing session. So it's not that there is a gap between the learner and the educator. There is nothing as such. And then we also offer live test series. So you can also test that whatever you have learned, how much do you know, how much you need to know more. And Now, this is also something which is actually the benefit of taking the Plus subscription, that you can have the study material in the PDF format. So all the educators who are best in their subjects, they are actually uploading the study material in the PDF format that you can access before the exam, anytime, whenever you want to study. So that makes your learning easier, isn't it? And then we have the answer writing sessions also, because children need to know that how they need to write down answers. Then we have the mentorship and guidance session. So we are there for you 24 cross 7. So how you need to study, what you need to study, when you need to study, or any difficulty that you people are facing during the study, that you can discuss with your mentors, and we are always there, guys, for guiding you people. All right, so that is, don't you think that there are so many benefits which are coming for along with Plus subscription? So here we go. These are some of the pricing plans for grade 6, 7 and 8. You can use my referral code, which is SA08, and you can fetch beautiful discounts too. So as you can see, if you are going for 1 month subscription, you can begin with this, and you have to pay 2500 rupees a month. But as you go on and you increase your subscription duration, you can see that it even cost you just 800 rupees a month. And during that time, during those 60 months, you have the access to all the courses or the upcoming courses which are being offered by Unacademy. So it is really a beautiful platform. Hi, Akash, how are you doing? So we have Lisa, we have Akash. I'm expecting many more. Where are my grade 6 students? Now these are some of the students who have taken the Plus subscription. They can also tell that how good it is. So now we always begin our day with a beautiful quote. And today's quote is, winning doesn't always mean being first. Winning means you are doing better than you have done before. So it doesn't matter whether you are winning or losing today. What matters is that whatever you are you doing better from what you have done before or not? So always think of, or always go for your own betterment. All right, so just do better each day. So with that, no Gunjan, oh, they will join Gunjan, Ganesh, Krudi, all of them will join. Akash, not to worry, you stay and learn. We have Lisa, we have Tarun, we have Akash. So today we have a topic that we are going to talk about, that is change. So tell me, what do you understand by the term change? Anyone who would like to write down in the chat box, what do you understand by the term change? Tell me fast, guys. Anyone who knows? So I'll wait for you. Here we go. All right. All right. Is there any problem? Now, is it fine, Akash? I hope it is. All right. So quickly let me know, what do you understand by the change? There are so many changes that you people see around you. Change means that something is becoming different. All right. Something new is being formed. So whenever a new thing is formed, whenever something changes into a different thing, anything, that we say that it has undergone a change. Okay. Hi Akash, what happened? So now there are so many changes which are taking place around us. For example, sun rising, then setting of the sun, then plant growing, then even you are growing, right? Your height grows, your body grows. Photosynthesis is a change. What else? Tearing a paper is a change. Burning a paper is a change. Chopping vegetables is a change. Cooking of vegetables is a change. What else? There are many changes which can come to your mind. Yes or no at this time? Tell me how many of you know about the changes. Please write down here in the chat box what all changes you know. So now let's talk about the changes around us. We can actually classify these changes on the basis of various things. For example, on the basis of use. Okay, the change which is taking place Is it good for you? It is not. You want it to happen. You don't want it to happen. So based on that, we can call the change as desired change or undesired or undesirable change. So this is something which you want to happen. Whereas undesirable changes are those which you don't want to happen. All right. So then we have on the basis of reversibility. That means the change which has taken place can be reverted back, can it be undone, or it can't be undone. So depending upon that, we have reversible and irreversible change. So reversible change is the one which can be undone, whereas irreversible which can't be. Okay, so we will be talking about all these changes in detail in the coming slides. All right, so now based on the speed, like how quickly, how fast, or how much time a change which is taking place is taking. For example, let's say when you germinate a seed, how much time does it take? It takes few weeks or few months, right? So now that is a slow change. But when you are burning a paper, it quickly burns, so that is a fast change. So depending upon the speed a change is taking place, we can call it a slow change or a fast change. Hi Akash, please focus on in the class and right now I'll talk to you Akash, not to worry. All right. I'll talk to you regarding this, not to worry Akash. So now on the basis of energy, now there are some changes where we need to give heat for make them to happen. And there are some changes which when happen, they generate heat. So depending upon that, we call those changes as exothermic or endothermic changes. Are you getting it? Are you getting? So now the next one is based on the time interval. Now, depending upon that how much time the change is taking or is it repeating itself after a certain interval of time, we can call it, hi, hi Urmila, yes, there are so many quizzes. Yes, we have. So let me teach and then we will have a lot of questions to do. Right, Urmila? So please stay with us. Then we have periodic and non-periodic. For example, every day the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. So after a particular period of time, it is repeating itself. So that is what a periodic change is. All right. So, and there are non-periodic changes which do not repeat themselves after a fixed interval of time. So we'll be talking about these changes in the given slides. All right. Yes, Urmila, yes. So now we have, let's talk about the changes that we are going to do. So in this chapter, we will be talking about that what is change. Okay, we will be talking about that how change takes place. All right, we will be talking about different ways of having a change and different types of changes also we will be talking about. Am I clear? Different types of changes. For example, we will be talking about, let's say, natural and man-made changes. We will be talking about reversible and irreversible changes. Okay? And we will be talking about physical and chemical changes. So what are they? What are the differences between these changes? How are they similar to one another? What are the different examples? Various examples. We will be talking about so many examples related to all these changes. So I hope you are clear. Yes, Akash. So please study, and if you have any relevant question related to this, Hanji, please you can ask related to the topic that we are doing. So now, the first thing that I told you, that is what is a change. So whenever something different is taking place, or anything is getting different, or a new substance is formed, so we call that to be a change. But now the question is that how do we bring about a change? How these changes occur? So there are various ways by which we can cause a change. So there are, yes, please, you can write down. So now there are various ways by which the change can take place. For example, heating. All right. So we can heat a substance, and after we heat, we can say that if, there is changing uh, of, let's say, the size, the shape, the color, different ways. We will be talking about in detail. Then the next way of bringing about a change is by the application of force. When you apply force on something, the shape changes, the size changes, okay, the nature of the substance changes. So that also, you can also say the state of the substance changes. So that is also one of the ways to bring about a change. Okay, then is mixing it with something else. That means you are having few substances and you mix those substances. So that can also bring about a change. For example, you let's say you dissolve something in water, or you let's say you are having two chemicals and you combine them together, you made them react together. So that also brings about a change. So let's continue to talk about the changes which are caused by heating. Do you have any doubt, guys, in the topic that we have done so far? Lisa and Urmila and Akarsh, please let me know. We will be doing that later on. Quickly let me know, guys. So changes which are caused by heating. So when an object is heated, it gets affected in so many ways. All right, when you are heating something, now what all things can happen? For example, when there are some objects which become hot, that means there is rise in temperature, but nothing else happens. That means there is just rise in temperature. Akash, please study. This is a YouTube class. Let me cover the topic. Okay, bacha? I hope you understand. You are such a smart boy. So you understand? Some objects, they become hot, but they also expand in size. That means when you are heating the substance, the molecules, they are vibrating, they move apart, they change their volume, and the objects, they expand in size. So that also happens when we heat something. Now, there are some objects which become hot and they begin to burn. Can you give me an example of this simple change where we are having a change where we are heating the substance, it is becoming hot and it is beginning to burn? Let me know anything that you know, guys. Yes, guys, please let me know. Some objects, they become hot and they begin to burn. Simple example, guys. You can just take a paper, you allow it to like some heat, give it some heat from the burner or the candle, and you will see that it will begin to burn. All right. Now there are few substances which you strike, for example, with the help of friction, they become so hot that they begin to burn. For example, your matchstick. All right. And then there are some subjects which get hot and they change their state. Can you give me an example of this? This is a very common example. For example, if you have the ice and you heat it, then what happens? What happens to ice when you heat it? Tell me. It changes to water. So we know that whenever we heat the substance, there are multiple changes, multiple type of changes which can take place. That means there could be increase in temperature. All right. Thank you, Akash. So we will be having what? We'll be having change in temperature, we can have expansion in size, we can have burning, and we can also have change in state. Are we clear, guys? So heating can cause expansion. Heating can cause change in state. Heating can cause. Heating can cause burning, right? And heating can cause change in temperature. There will be rise in temperature. So I hope you are clear with this slide. Hanji, right, Urmila? Yes, you have to write down in the chat box, beta. I'm really sorry. I could not see your question. I'm really sorry. So now please study. So now here we are. So now there was one way to bring about a change, and that was heating. All right. Now the other way of bringing about a change is applying pressure. So when we apply some force to an object, we can change its shape and size. Can you give me one good example of that, guys? Simple. When you take a dough, or you can take the, let's say, clay. So what happened? You roll it in your hand, you press it, you apply the force or pressure, and then what happens? The size and the shape changes. And there are multiple examples of this type of change. For example, you can compress the air, as there are so many molecules of air which are moving randomly far apart, and when you compress it, then they all are getting closer. All right, they all get closer, and we say that the gas is compressed. And you know that we can even liquefy gases when we compress them. So now the next one is, look at this. This is gold. Okay, so when you hammer gold, when you apply a lot of pressure, then what happened? The gold changes to gold sheets. You know, the very simple example I think you have, all of you must be having aluminium sheets at home. Do you have aluminium foil? Yes or no? Let me know. Hi Aditya, how are you doing? I hope you're doing good, Aditya. So please carry on with us. This is the topic that we are doing, which is changes. Okay. And we will have a lot of questions. So we have Akarsh, we have Aditya, we have Urmila, we have, who else we have? We have Lisa and Tarun. Great. So now, when you are actually, let's say, when you are applying the pressure, then what will happen? Like I said, you can change the metals into sheets, and you know, we call this malleability, this thing. All right. What happened, Akash? Then elastic can be stretched. You know what is elastic? Now, when you stretch it, when you apply pressure, you can stretch it and then you can release it and it comes back to its original form. So that is again one example. Then cotton can be spun into threads when you apply pressure. You remember we did it in the chapter fiber to fabric. So here we go. The next thing, the third way of bringing about a change is by mixing substances with one another. For example, let's say this is water, and in this you are adding, let's say, some solute which is salt or it is sugar. I hope all of you are doing good. Aditya, stay with us. So here, and please do subscribe and also just press the bell icon. All right. Subs All right. So here we go. So this salt or sugar, you can add it in water, and when you add it, what happens? You get a solution. That's how I think you make a lemonade. Tell me, how many of you make a lemonade like that? You dissolve salt, sugar, right? Lemon juice. So now that is also one of the way to bring about a change. So now let's talk about the other way. You can see that what is happening here. You can add vinegar and baking soda. Vinegar is very easily available at home. It must be there at home. And then the baking soda will also be there at home. So I want you people to do this activity at home. It hardly takes 30 seconds, 1 minute. You just have the things and you just try to mix them. And the moment you mix these two, you will see brisk effervescence. You will see a lot of bubbles. Can you see it in the picture? Now, these are the bubbles of carbon dioxide gas which is released. So, here what are we doing? We are actually mixing two substances, and you can see that a change has taken place. So, I hope. Very good, Aditya. Thank you so much. You can also share it with your friends, and you can regularly join these classes on Unacademy. All right. You would definitely love it. So now here we are. We have vinegar and baking soda which combine together. So two substances combining together. All right. And they are giving you a new substance, a change. All right. So now there are many ways. Like I told you, when you change the temperature, it can cause expansion. So look at this. What happened when you have these molecules which are filled in the balloon and you increase the temperature? Then what happens? These molecules, they start moving randomly. They go far apart. Thank you, Akarsh. Thank you so very much, and you are a lovely student too. So this temperature, it is increased, then it can cause expansion. The volume is increased, okay? And similarly, when you decrease the temperature, then what happens? Then it can cause contraction. That means the particles will lose their energy, they will come closer, and the things will contract. Am I clear, guys? Am I? So, here you can see that what happens exactly in solid, liquid, and gases. So, this is solid, this is liquid, and here we have gases. So look at this. What happens to the particles when you are increasing the temperature? So here, when the temperature is increased, you can see that these particles, they have started vibrating around their position and they move a little bit around. All right. And then we have this liquid also, where you can see that in liquid particles are still vibrating. All right, they are not as fixed as solids, but when you are giving them temperature, when you are giving them heat, then what happens? These particles, they gain energy and they begin to move. Are we clear, guys? Or any questions? You can write down in the chat box. I would love to answer your questions. And then we have these gases, where you can see that these gases which are already randomly moving. But when you increase the temperature, when you heat it further, then what happens? They further gain the energy and they move far apart. Their volume increases. Okay, and it causes expansion. I hope you are clear what happens when you increase the temperature. The particles of solid, liquids, and gases, they expand. All right. Great. Very good. Very good, Aditya. So now let's talk about different types of changes. So far we have learned what is a change. We have also learned that what are the different ways by which changes can take place. And now we will be talking about the different types of changes. So here we go. So we have natural changes and we have man-made changes. So what are natural changes? Can you give me an example? I want participation, guys. Please write down in the chat box. Hi, Ankit. Hi, Ankit Yadav. What happened? So quickly let me know, guys, what are the different types of changes that we have around us? Natural changes. There are many natural changes, like change in weather. Sometimes it is sunny, other way it is rainy, or it could be windy. It could be there are different ways in which the weather can change. There could be falling of leaves, growing of human beings. So this is something which is not under your control. It is not in your control. It is something which nature is having the control on. For example, the seed is germinating, all of that. So they are, or we are, let's say, what else we can do? Tell me fast. Tell me, I'm waiting for you. Folding a paper, or you're burning a paper, you are cooking the food, you are making the solution, all of that. What are they? They are man-made changes. Are you clear? Now, what are we doing? We are actually having a lot of factories where the smoke is being produced. It is going to the atmosphere. We are polluting the environment. So that is again a man-made change, and that is also the undesirable change, the thing that we really don't want to happen. All right. Hi, Kalpana. How are you? I hope you're doing good. So we are talking about changes. So please stay with us for the lesson. And if you have any doubt, just let me know, Kalpana. All right. Very good, Aditya. Aditya said the change in which the environment, yeah, which is taking place in the environment, right? So now we have already spoken about the natural and man-made change. Now we'll be talking about the reversible and irreversible changes. You know what are reversible and irreversible? Now, those changes which can be undone, that means it can be reversed. Whatever your initial substance was, you can get back to the initial substance. So, that is what a reversible change is. So, that can be undone or reversed. And here you can see that this is the ice. Okay, when it melts, it forms water. Can you revert it back? Can you get ice from water, guys? Tell me, can we? Very good, Aditya. So now quickly tell me what happens when water changes to ice? How does water changes to ice? You just freeze it. And what will happen? The water will change to ice. Keep it in the refrigerator. Bring down the temperature and it will be reverted back. So those changes which can be undone, which can be reversed, they are called reversible changes. I hope you are clear. Right, very right. And they are called physical changes. We will be talking about that. So here, we observe only the change in physical state, size, shape. And in these type of changes, no new substance is formed, whether it is ice or water, whether it is a folded paper or the plain paper. They are all the same materials. They have the same nature. There is no new substance being formed. So that is what it is. Hi Akash, very good. Keep on answering here in the chat box. Good. So now melting of ice, boiling, evaporation, condensation, folding of paper, blowing of balloon. Have you blown a balloon? Yes, all of you must have on birthdays and otherwise also. Tell me, have you? So when you blow a balloon, you actually fill the balloon with the air. But when you release the air goes out and balloon comes back to its original form. Does it happen? Tell me. Hi Swarna Lata. Hi Swarna Lata. How are you doing? I hope you're doing good. So now those were reversible changes which can be undone, okay, where no new substance was being formed and there was change only in the physical state. But now here there are irreversible changes. That means once they are done forever. You cannot undo it, okay, they cannot be undone. So there is observation in the change in physical state, size, shape, and also the chemical composition. So if I give you an example, for example, let's say you have taken the flour, okay, you have taken the sugar, you have taken the oil, and you have taken let's say what else, choco powder, milk, all right, and you want to baking soda and all, and you want to bake a cake. Okay, so now you want to bake a cake and you have baked a cake. Now if you want all these things to get back to their original form, can you get them? Tell me, from the cake, can you get back the original substance? So, Anlata, we will have the chat questions. We will be having so many questions uh, for you guys where you can actually write down the answers in the chat box, Bacha. All right, Swanlata. I hope you will enjoy that too. There are so many learners who are watching this session. So I hope they will be answering the questions. So it is going to be a fun quiz. So now, here new substances are formed wherever we have irreversible change. Let me give you an example like baking a cake. Then digestion of food. Look at this. There are so many things that you eat, isn't it? And what happens in your body when it goes down? Now, these things they break down into smaller and smaller substances, and then they are absorbed by your body. So now when the food is being digested, when the food is being broken down, then what happens? Tell me, can you revert it back? No. So it is a irreversible change. Are we clear? Are we clear? Tell me, guys. Then, burning of wood. Look at this picture. Now, what is happening here? The wood is being burnt and it will produce ash. So, if you want this ash to turn back into the wood, can you do that? No, because it is an irreversible change. It cannot be undone. All right, guys. And then, our growth. Now, when you took birth, how small you were? Few centimeters, right? And now how tall you are? Tell me quickly how tall you are. You must be 4.5 feet, 5 feet. Very good. Thank you, Diamond Claire. So we have, I would request all of you to please subscribe the YouTube channel and you can press the bell icon. All right, guys, so that you can get to know that when do we have our classes. Hi, Akshay. How are you? Uh, by the name Swarnlata. So you're, hi, Abhijit. No, Bache, we will have the chat questions. So let's study. So now the growth. Now you people have grown up, your height is increased, your muscles have grown. There are a lot of changes which are taking place in your body. Can you undo it? No. So these are all irreversible changes. Hi Aditya. Next. Now, let me know. There is a quiz. You people were asking for that? Right, 5.1 feet. Okay. So quickly write down the answer in the chat box, please. Now, the question is, can we reverse the following changes? If yes, you have to suggest the name of the method. The thing is, can we change water into water vapor? Tell me, how can we do that? How can we do that? If we have to change water into water vapor, we can heat it, and when we increase the temperature, the water will change to water vapor, right? Now, how do we change the water vapor back into water? So this is by evaporation or boiling, right? Please write down in the comment section, guys. And here, when you have the water vapor which is changing to water, can you do that change? Can you revert it back? Right, we can. Yes. How? It is called condensation. It is called. Hi, Ramjot. How are you doing? Right, very good. A is evaporation and then B is condensation. Now, ice into water. Yes, when we heat it, the ice melts and the process is called melting. All right, guys. Hi, Nampreet. How are you doing? Now, curd, you have changed the milk into curd. But if I ask you that you have to convert it back, convert the curd back into milk, can you do that? Tell me. Very good, Aditya, Akshay. Very good, Akash, Nanpreet. Very good. So here it cannot be it cannot be reversed. Once you have made curd from milk, it cannot go back to milk again. So it is irreversible change. I hope you are clear. So very good. I really love this conversation here. Wonderful, guys. So keep on interacting. I am having a look at your answers, which you are writing in the chat box. I hope you are understanding everything, guys. So here, quickly write down what are they? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Can they be reversed or not? Yes or no? You have to write down. So here we go. Blowing of a balloon. So when you blow a balloon, when you fill it with air, what happens? Tell me. Can be reversed? Right, it can be. Folding a paper to make a toy aeroplane. So now you can unfold it and you can get the paper again. So yes, it can be reversed. Then rolling a ball of dough to make roti. So when you're rolling a dough to make roti, and if the roti is not of the desired shape, it is not actually looking out good, coming out to be good, then what do? You take the dough again and then you roll a ball again and then you again start making it. So again, right, it can also be reversed. Wow, very good. I'm really loving all this interaction here. Wonderful. Then baking a cake in an oven. So now many a times you must have baked a cake and sometimes it goes good and sometimes it doesn't. Like I have also spoiled one cake, I have burnt a cake. So if I want to, can I reverse that process? Can I? No. Very good. Very good, Aditya, Nanpreet, Akarsh. Wonderful. Then drying a wet cloth. So if you have dried a wet cloth, you can again make it wet. Yes, yes, very good. Wonderful, guys. Then making biogas from cow dung. You know that from cow dung, when you dump it, when you allow it to get decomposed, it gives you biogas. So now from the biogas, can you get the cow dung back again? Yes or no? No, we cannot. Right, guys? Very smart class I have. Very, very smart. You guys can take the subscription if you don't have, guys, and you can join Unacademy. It is really a wonderful platform for you. Please join our classes, live classes, and then our plus classes. So, burning of a candle. Oh wow. Yes, very good, Nanpreet. It is reversible. So yes, burning of a candle. Now depends. When you burn a candle, now what happens? Now let me tell you. When you burn a candle, here we are with a candle. This is a candle. Okay, this is a candle. Now when you burn a candle, then what happens? Now there are two things which are taking place. You have melting of wax and you have burning of wax, because of which the size of the candle is reduced. Burning of wax. So tell me which one is reversible. When the candle is burned, melting of wax is a reversible change, guys. Very good. Reversible. Whereas burning of wax is irreversible change. I hope you all are clear. Very good. Wonderful. So now we are clear with reversible and irreversible changes. So now we'll be talking about physical and chemical changes quickly, and then we will do questions. All right. So now what are physical changes? Now that change in which no new substance forms. Okay. So that is a key line for the physical change. That means no new substances changing. For example, no new substances forming. For example, you have a paper, you tear a paper. You have, let's say, ice, you change it to water. Okay, it's okay. Others will join too. You tell your friends, they can also join. So now, when there is the type of matter of an object, it does not change. There is change in shape, size, and physical properties. We call it a physical change, guys. And it can easily be reversed. You know what are reversible changes now? We have just done. And then they are temporary changes. That means they are for some time. Okay, mostly. So that is what. Very good, Akash. So we have the temporary and reversible changes, which are called physical changes, where we have only the change in shape, size, and physical properties. There is no change in chemical properties. So let's have some examples. Now look at this. When you break a pencil, what happens? You can say that yes, you cannot get back the complete pencil again, but yes, pencil remains pencil. There is no new substance formed. It remains old, it remains the same. Now here, when ice changes to water, so that also water can be changed to ice here. So that is again a reversible change, a temporary change where no new substances form. So in all these changes, whether you're folding the paper, unfolding it, you're freezing the orange juice, and then you are again melting it. So here, no new substance forms. Here, no new substance forms. We will have a chat quiz, Manpreet. So no new substance forms here. Okay. And they are the temporary changes. They are reversible changes, and there is change only in physical properties. So all these changes are called physical changes. Am I clear? Am I clear, guys? Quickly let me know. Right? Now, let's talk about the chemical changes. Now, what is a chemical change? Look at this picture. This is an apple, a good apple, the one that you can eat. And this is a rotten apple. Okay? So now what happened here? There is a change which is taking place because there is some difference between the initial and the final substance. So here the changes in which new substances form, where there is change in shape, size, physical properties, but also there is change in chemical properties. We call them chemical changes. I hope you are clear. And these changes cannot be reversed. If you have this rotten apple and if you want to revert it back to this fresh apple, can you do that? Tell me, quickly tell me. Can we do that? This rotten apple changing to fresh apple again. Though we want to have it, but it cannot be done. So it is a permanent change and it is irreversible also in nature. I hope you are clear. All of you, please let me know here. So now there are many examples of chemical changes like explosion of firework, food gets spoiled, when you have the apple, you cut it into pieces and then it acquires a brown color, right? Very good. Very good. Chemical changes are irreversible and physical changes are reversible, right? So when you're frying the eggs, when you're toasting the bread, when you're cracking the eggs, or when you are lighting the matchstick. So these are all chemical changes. Are we clear? So now look at this. When acid reacts with a base, what happened? We have neutralization reaction. It forms a salt. So that is again a chemical change. Then photosynthesis. You know what happens in photosynthesis? Carbon dioxide plus water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, they give you glucose. So along with it, we get oxygen. So if you want to turn it back to this, can we do that? No. New substance is being formed and it is irreversible, it is permanent, and there is change in the chemical properties. So that is a chemical change. Process of digestion. We have just done. Hi Swati, how are you doing? So please stay with us and study and answer the questions. Yes, very good. They are all chemical changes. So here also you can see that all these things which you are eating, they are breaking down carbohydrates into sugars, fats into fatty acids, proteins into amino acids. So all these things during the process of digestion, they break down. So that is what a chemical change is, because you cannot revert it back. They are permanent changes and a new substance with new properties is formed. Are we clear? Tell me, are we clear? So now, here we go. This is the candle. All right, this is the candle. Now, when the candle is burnt, I told you there are two things happen. One is melting of wax and the other one is burning of wax into vapors. Burning of wax into vapors. So tell me, what type of change are they? We just discussed. This is a physical change because there is a change only in the physical state of the substance. Okay. And it can be reverted back. It can be a temporary change. Whereas when you have burnt the wax into vapors, because of which the size of the candle also reduces. So here what happens? It is a chemical change because we have new substance being formed. It is irreversible, it is a permanent change. There is change in chemical properties. All right. So here we go. So these are some of the points of difference. You can go through, quickly read what is there in the slide. Right, very right. So physical changes where there is change without causing any change in the composition, which is reversible, where no new products are formed, where there is no impact on the molecular composition, and where a few changes occur when cooling or heating is done. Okay, whereas the chemical changes, they are what? Where there is a change in chemical composition, they are irreversible, they lead to the formation of new products, and then they also change the way the chemical bonds are formed. The old bonds are broken, new bonds are formed, and they also involve either the absorption of energy, that means you have to give the heat, or during the process the heat will be released. So that is what it is. Hi Swati. So now there are a few examples. Quickly have a look. Iron rust. What type of change it is? Chemical. Okay? Because it is irreversible, it is permanent, and new substances formed. Toasting a bread. Again, that is also a chemical change. Are we clear? Then, melting of wax, burning of wood, making an omelette, all of these, they are chemical changes. Now look at this. When you are cutting this log of wood, you are just cutting it down, then the wood remains wood. The shape could change, the size could change, but the wood remains wood. Wood remains wood, guys. So that means it is a physical change because no new substance formed. No new substance forms. Whereas during a chemical change, you can see the wood is burning to ashes. So here we have new substance and it is a permanent change and it is something which is irreversible. So that is a chemical change. So I hope you guys are clear. All of you are clear with physical and chemical changes, guys? Alright, there are a few examples. Quickly have a look. That ice changing to water, physical change. Combustion, chemical. Baking, chemical. Digestion, chemical. And even photosynthesis, chemical change. Alright. Now, here we come for the questions. So, are you ready for the questions? Tell me fast. Tell me quickly. A change in which new substances are formed. What do we call these changes? We call them chemical change, physical change, casual or formal. Right you are. We call them chemical change. Quickly keep on writing answers in the comment section in the chat box. I'll read it out. All right, guys, hurry up. I'm waiting for your answers. So here we go. Evidence of a chemical change. Tell me what happens when chemical change takes place. Quickly. So what happens when a chemical change takes place? It forms a new substance. Right. Very good, Aditya. Now, what is the evidence of a physical change? What happens? There is change in shape. Right. Very good, Swati. Very good, Aditya. Who else is there with us? I want you guys to write down in the chat box, please, so that I get to know that how much have you understood. Very good. Very good. Now tell me this one. Tell me this one fast. So here we go. Is this an example of a physical change? Like you are frying an egg. So egg is changing to omelette. So what it is it true or false? I'm reading it here. Aditya is writing, Swati is writing. Very good. So it is right or false? Tell me. No, it is not a physical change, guys. It is a false statement because you cannot undo it. Then tell me here, you have cut an apple. You have just made it into slices. So is it a chemical change or is it a physical change? So they are asking you, is this an example of a chemical change? Is it true or false? It is False. Right. Wonderful. Great. Now quickly tell me for the answer for this. Fast, fast, fast. Is this an example of a physical change? You have a metal pipe and you are just bending it. Fast, fast, fast. Here we go. We have students. All right. Very good. This is a true statement because you are just changing the shape of the metal pipe, but the metal pipe remains metal pipe. You can again bend it back to its original form. All right. So here is the answer. Then, now here you can see a copper penny which turns green after a few years. Tell me, is it a physical change? Is it true or false? Have you seen that all the copper articles they acquire this green color, whether it is the copper things which you people must be having at home in the kitchens or any showpiece or something. So tell me, hi Sunil, how are you? Very good. So, a copper penny turning green, it is not a physical change, it is a false statement. It is a chemical change. You know why? You want to know why? Tell me, how many of you? Now, what happened? This copper, it reacts with atmospheric gases like water vapor, carbon dioxide, oxygen. So, what happened? This forms copper carbonate and copper hydroxide. And that is a substance which is green in color, which is actually deposited here on the coin. So, that is the new substance being formed and it is irreversible. So, what do we call this change? A chemical change, guys. I hope you are clear. So now, here you are folding a piece of paper into crane. So tell me what type of change it is. They are saying, is this an example of a chemical change? Obviously false. You're just folding a paper. You're not changing the nature of the substance. So here, no new substance formed and it is reversible. So that's why it has to be a physical change. This statement is false. Are we clear? Hope you have understood. Very, very good. Now the next one. Now, when you're making a toast, that is, yes, it is a chemical change because you cannot get back the fresh bread again after you have toasted it because you are heating it and some of the parts of the bread are burnt also. All right. So now here we go for this true or false. You want to answer these questions, guys? What are you asking, Ramesh? All right, so here we go. So tell me quickly A, B, C, D, E. Fast, fast, fast. Write down. You have to tell me what it is. Evaporation of water is a reversible change. You can write down in the comments section. Hi Sunil. You can write down in the comments section for A to F whether it is true or false. I'll be reading it. Evaporation of water is a reversible change. Yes, yes it is. It is true because you can bring back the water vapor into water by condensation. Then burning of candle is an irreversible change. That is also true if they are talking about the burning of wax into vapors. Okay, because the size of the candle is reduced, the wax is changed to vapors, so it is a true statement. Very good. Then we have rusting of iron. Have you seen the iron articles acquiring a reddish brown color over them because of rusting? So is it a reversible change? No, it is not. So it is a false statement. Now bursting of cracker. Is it a fast change? That means you just light the cracker and it bursts into flames. So is it a fast change? Tell me quickly. Yes, it is. So it is a true statement, guys. Now, very good, formation of petrol. You know how petrol is formed? We get petrol from petroleum, okay, crude oil. And that crude oil, it is a fossil fuel. So that fossil fuel takes millions of years to form. And that's how we get it. So is it a slow change? It takes millions of years, guys. So yes, it is a True statement. Wonderful. Then, baking of dough into bread. That you have a dough and you are baking it. You are changing it to bread. So, is it the sign of a reversible change? Can you bring it back to dough again after baking it? Right or not? False. We cannot. We cannot. I hope you are clear, guys. Right. Very good. Hope you enjoyed. Now let's have this question that is, pick the change that can be reversed from the following. So you have four examples which are cutting of trees, melting of ghee, burning of candle, blooming of a flower. So which one is the change which can be? Very good Swati, very good Aditya, very good Sunil. So tell me, fast, fast, fast. I'm waiting for your answers in the chat box, which can be reversed. Yes, it is melting of ghee, because when you melt a ghee, you can again put it in the refrigerator and it will be solidified. So yes, it is the reversible change. It is a physical change. Are we clear? So here we go. Now next. Now tell me, you must have seen the liquid in the thermometer. Which one is that? Do you know that? Yes, it is mercury. It is mercury. So now when the temperature increases, can you see that? The mercury flowing in the thermometer. So what is happening to the mercury? Is it expanding? Is it disappearing? Is it freezing? Or is it exploding? What happens? Quickly tell me the answer, guys. Very good. It expands. The liquid in thermometer expands as the temperature rises. I hope you're clear. So now, tell me this question, the answer to this question, setting of curd from milk. You have the milk and you want to set it into curd. So what all types of changes is it? Is it a slow change, fast change, physical change, chemical change, irreversible or reversible? Tell me. Tell me fast, guys. Very good. So yes, setting of curd from milk, it is a slow change, right? It is a chemical change and it is irreversible in nature. You can't undo it. It is a permanent change. There is change in the chemical properties and it takes time. So option A is correct. I hope. Very good. Very good. So here we go. Chalo, tell me. An irreversible change is the one in which what happens? Tell me. An irreversible change is the one in which what happens? Tell me out of these four. Right, the original substance cannot be obtained. That means whatever you had originally, you cannot get it back. Those changes are called irreversible changes. Wonderful, great. Now here we have, okay, here this question. Now 1 cup of water is left outside for 2 days. When it was checked, there was only half a cup left. What happened? You have, let's say, in this cup, you had water till here. And then after 2 days, what happened? There is a cup which has water till here. So where has the water gone? What type of change is it? What happened? Quickly tell me. Is it evaporation or condensation, or is it a chemical or a physical change? Quickly let me know, guys. Yes, you are right. It is evaporation which has taken place and it is not a chemical change. It is a physical change because whatever water has been evaporated, that can condense and that can come as rains. Are we clear? A very good afternoon, Sunil. I hope you people are enjoying the session. Please follow me on Unacademy. Please join us on Unacademy and be the part of Unacademy family. All right. So, Kajal left the hammer outside. When she found it a few months later, some parts of the metal were covered with flaky brown rust. Which type of change occurred when rust formed on the hammer? Tell me, is it physical, chemical, thermal, electrical? You people know it already. So yes, it is a chemical change because iron has changed to rust. That is hydrated iron oxide. Hydrated iron oxide. Okay, guys, I hope you are clear. So that is what a chemical change is. So now, guys, this is something very nice we are coming up with. I want you people to know about it, that we are coming up with this Unacademy Ascent All India Championship, and it is going to be there on 1st of November, and the timing is 11 a.m. This is free of cost, and you can win scholarships worth rupees 5 lakhs. Okay, you please check it out on the Unacademy app, and please do subscribe, please do enroll for this test, because I want you guys to uh, look at the features. I want you people to appear for this test. Who knows, you are the winner. So the duration of the test is going to be 1 hour, and there'll be 40 questions that you have to do in those in that 1 hour. It is going to be 100 marks test, and you people will be asked questions entirely from NCRT maths and science syllabus, nothing else. Okay, and the prizes, you know what are the prizes? Like for rank 1 to rank 3, you people will get an Academy plus 6 months CBSE subscription. Isn't it nice? And then we have, if you have rank 4 to rank 10, you people will get 1 month subscription free of cost, guys. So that is really a beautiful thing which is coming your way. So don't miss it. Please do enroll for this test. It's a simple test on Sunday, that is 1st November, and for an hour. You can attend the championship live. Your result will be analyzed and you will be given the detailed report. You will attend the analysis class so that if you have any doubt, we can clear it out. And winners will be announced in the analysis class on the same day. So, all the best, guys. Please do enroll, and let's go by the tagline of Unacademy. Let's crack it. Let's crack it together. And do follow us. Please subscribe the Unacademy YouTube channel and press the bell icon. And this is your educator, Shruti Sharma, signing off. All right. Have a wonderful day. Take care. And I wish to see you all in my plus classes, the details for which we have given you in the beginning of the session. So you can again watch the session, and you can see that what all things you people are getting for an Academy Plus subscription, and you can use my code SS08 for getting discounts. All right. So I hope you are clear. Any questions? Yes, guys. So have a wonderful day. Have a beautiful day ahead. I really had a great time with you guys in the class. So thank you so much. You're most welcome. You're most welcome.